there's a war. It's a war been going on for decades, centuries. It's probably gonna keep on going on. This war, and pardon my shirt because I'm not super fresh right now, but that's the self-consciousness that we are used to. Oh my gosh, how do I look? I could care less. Make more money than a lot of people, but that's neither here nor there. The war is this: the war between white America that's fair and white America that's comfortable. The war is basically about you got two sides of a coin, right? On the side that's tails, it's the people in white America who understand that, damn, man, if I was black and I was going through what these black people are going through, or a minority, I feel some type of way. I want to get out here and do something. And they do something because they can afford to, or because they have a real deep passion and are sympathetic about life and people's rights. The head side of the coin are the same people who are working beside you every day that say, you know, dag, that's kind of messed up. And then they leave it at that. They don't really get too much into it because at the end of the day, they're comfortable. Now, because they're comfortable, just like black America, that are upper middle class or middle class, they're not going to do anything about the situation because the system is working right now in their favor. And why would they change a system that's working in their favor? They wouldn't. They would rather take advantage of the system. It's kind of like they have a couple documentaries out there. One of them called What the Health, where this guy's talking about how all of these different companies that are supposed to be against stuff are taking money from companies that they're supposed to be against. Now, the reason for that is because at the end of the day, there's a difference between being comfortable and being fair. What's fair is that black people get some type of reparations from what our ancestors went through in slavery. What's comfortable is for the government to continue doing exactly what it's doing, because if they were to try to attempt to pay black people for the reparations that we're supposed to have gotten from slavery and all of that stuff, they would probably go bankrupt. And they can't afford to go bankrupt. They can't afford that. They can't afford that. The company would be in anarchy. Martial law would exist. They can't do that. They don't even care about doing it because we as black people aren't putting up enough of a fight in order to do that. And if you notice, every time we as black people start to get stronger or smarter or more aware of our environment, they come out with something else. Whether it be police brutality type of thing, whether it be some big news about OJ or Beyonce or whoever else you think is hot at the time, or whether it be something that can really hurt you financially or physically, like Obamacare being dismantled. All of this stuff happens for a reason, on purpose. It's not by chance. The fact that Donald Trump is in office right now is not by chance. It's not because we voted. I don't believe that at all. I'm pretty sure you don't believe that. I know a bunch of people who say stuff like, I would have voted for Obama a third time. And you look at the movie Get Out, and it's pretty clear that they may or may not be a little prejudiced. Or they might be saying that what they're saying because they want to show you that they care. Unfortunately, showing me and doing for me is two different things. The biggest problem, though, Black America, although white people do for us and for you, they'll never do half of what you need to do and what would have to be done. It's always going to be a setback. But you can't let that stop you. It's always going to be some type of roadblock. If you notice, when Malcolm X started getting too big, he went to Africa, came back, got killed. Martin Luther King, same deal. Didn't go to Africa, but he started getting too big. He started asking too many questions. Started saying he was going to do things like give reparations. Before he could go get those reparations, he got killed. Now, there's a document out there that legally says the FBI admits to killing Martin Luther King Jr. It's probably another one that they haven't released yet that says Malcolm X was probably killed the same way through some type of formation of FBI agents and undercover cops. The biggest problem right now is nobody wants to be a leader. And I get it, because at the end of the day, you want to go be a leader. Why would I go be a leader? And every leader that leads black people ends up dead. I get that. I do. If you notice, Barack Obama never directly did anything for black people. Never. I don't even remember him speaking about black people, period. African American, anything like that. If he did, you got to show me some footage. What he did speak about is everything else. Because he knew that as soon as he tried to stand up for his own people, there would be a backlash from the country. Now, why would there be a backlash from the country for standing up for your own people? Explain that to me. If you were an Asian American in this country and something were to happen to you, you know that whatever country you're from in Asia would actually step in and be like, yo, what's going on with all these Asian people dying and all this stuff happening to them? Same thing if you were African or Indonesian or fucking even down to being Indian or, Afghan, a Middle Eastern person. All of that stuff, European, all of that stuff, they all have somebody who will step in for them. Black people don't have anyone who will step in for them. You got people like Umar Johnson and Dr. Sebi and David Banner, all of these people who would speak out for us, they're not going to step up to the plate because why should they? For one, we haven't even shown that we've deserved anybody to be a leader because we can't stay together long enough after something happens to get shit done. Every time somebody dies or something tragic happens in the news, we band together for a couple of months and then it dies back down again. Until y'all realize that y'all need to step the fuck up, stop worrying about money, get your mind together, get together with a group of people in your own community. When I say your own community, I mean if I live in a completely white community. I am the only black person on my block other than my family. If you look at what's around me, you'll be like, damn, well, who you gonna get together in a community with? There's plenty of fucking black people around. They may not be in your direct community. I don't give a fuck. You gotta get together with some people, man. Listen, if y'all don't get together with people in your own community, what makes you think you're gonna get together with people that's coming from thousands of miles away from you? Not saying that can't happen, because at the last Million Man March, that's exactly what happened. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, until we formulate a plan and actually do this stuff, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's just gonna the same shit gonna keep happening. Your brother gonna keep on getting shot. Your sister gonna keep on getting raped. Your children gonna keep on getting stolen. It's not gonna change. I just pray it doesn't happen to anybody I know, including myself directly. I just pray that it never happens to anybody close to me or my family, because at the end of the day, the worst thing for America is a black person that has lost it all. That's the worst thing for America. They don't want that. They want to keep you in the comfort zone. And what their comfort zone is mad enough to want to do something, but not smart enough to make the right move. And when I say the right move, they know that you'll sometimes, out of anger, make moves against them. But they don't know, and what they don't know is that we can be a lot smarter and make the right move. I believe they have an idea we can, but I don't think they know to the degree that we can do it. And I think the reason being that they keep us in that comfort zone is because if we ever made the right move, it'd be black people running America. Period.